namatovu asobola okubeera nga atwegattako mu mitamalo essebo lamusa ku bantu.
Nze kyembasaasirako kimu kyokka. Abasinga obungi muteesa ku symptoms.
Bubonero.
Muteesa ku symptoms. Naye eriyo issue okujjako ffe Katonda be yayawuliza ku mitwe. Kyova olaba nze toyinza kungamba mirundi yajje ne gundi yemimbali nti mirundi ng'agibeeramu yekka.
Programu agibeeramu yekka.
Nze mala obudde nammwe nga ne gwe njogera naye talina kyamanyi.
Tabulamusa ku bantu.
Musibye mutya nno. Kakati sooka okube akatambi kale. Sooka okuba akatambi ako nze otegeera eriyo issues.
Oyagala abantu mbasa katambi kali muki.
Olabye ensi bwetambula ebyo byonna bya mu paaka simanyi biki nabyogera dda nti paaka Sebaana yaleka abuti wali nalina document n'emu aba basenda paaka beetaaga kuba bukuba emiggo tekuli alina document n'emu
abasenda paaka bana abaclaiminga
yabafera bufeesi
abaclaiminga nti balina ploti mu paaka.
Buli ensi bwetambula.
Okay, kanzanya akatambi kano eggwanga likawulire. Okay. Kati tulaba mu mitamala abantu bakulaba ku social media wano bakugoberera.
Ensi yeeyo. Fe yensi yetumanyi.
These are the real issues.
The real issues. Muwulire. Wulira meeting.
We want to relate every program that we have ahead of us. And it is the best option. And actually, it is the only option that we have. The moment we rectify that, the rest is going to be easy. The moment we fail on that, we are going to be troubled. So we are looking at the situation where we come out as a team. One-mindedness is really a very important aspect. So if we get one-minded, we tune to the speed that concurs with the necessity of the demands of the people. Because really what we have failed to do as a government, let me tell you one thing. When you enlist the problems that existed in 1981, then we took over power. During the open day speech made by His Excellency the President, it still remains the same thing that we surface today. When Mwangusha was saying something about, what exactly the assessment of Uganda today is, we remain an LODC. Just like when we came. But 36 years down the road should be a different story by now. But we cannot afford it. So where is the problem? And how do we fix it? So currently, you are not going to convince the people of Uganda, the international community, because we are shifting towards a global village every time. Leave alone, we think that you can reach here and there. But there's going to come a time when you have global passports. And it's just a decade away, if I may predict well. So, how do you expect a man who has overstayed in power, who came with boys and girls, now has grandchildren, who have also started marrying off? The grandchildren have also started marrying off. That you want his son, who's also becoming a grandfather, to become the president of the same country, which has literally not shifted the lives of Ugandans, but the lives of those that have attachments to him. Then the rest is activities of foreigners. Now, what I'm trying to say is the gross mind of the people of Uganda. At least if the entire Uganda would be transformed the same way the Bahima have been transformed, that would be a very good thing. So, I'm very sorry, but this is our internal talk. I wouldn't like to imagine that I'm talking maybe on a public platform or something of the sort.
But excuse me, you see, we have a challenge. what if, why I'm normally very careful when talking in these discussions. I try so much to avoid incidents where you can have this audio sticking out and stubborn people like Tamarimiro, they end up, launching them on internet platforms. I would think, let's not individualize, let's not tribalize. Then we keep our discussion on point. That is what I would suggest.
Sorry for that, Honorable. Anyways, so we are looking at such a scenario. If we have those problems, I'm sorry for mentioning some tribes and all that, and then it is a fundamental issue. We might not like to talk about it, but it is a reality. You look at the other tribes that have not transformed themselves. What do they perceive of us? And the whole problem here comes is that when that time comes and the awakening voice comes that awakens everybody at once, it becomes a very catastrophic thing. People get emotionally uncontrollable, and we get a very, very, very crude, violent revolution in the country. So I would rather avoid the strategy the president, our lovely president, is trying to put up. So if my brother here is also suggesting that it is really not good, I would say it is not good, and let us keep it at that. So we can think beyond, we can think outside the box. It is very helpful the moment we do such. That's why when you get a grassroots politician like a Bobby Wine, never mugano kola akuba. Kubanga series agenda muga. That's what
ayogera nsonga zirimu
abantu akuba na akujjawo. Yes, kubago boyina ba bureaucrats.
Kituufu.
Buli kimu kinonyiza mu kubbiramu. That's Museveni's challenge. To get grassroots politicians.
Tabalina. Nimbutufu ina limtena grassroots data ba.
You don't have tuina betwita politics ba politician tuina ba mirundi echi.
Esatu.
Tuina betwita grassroots politician. Nebe elite. And you can get an elite, a professor who cannot converse votes. Era fe mbaganda bakugamba abagezi tebakola
wechiri
abagezi abo tebakola professor tabangula kalungu
tebakola.
The only professor who won an election in Buganda, there were two. Sebufu in 1980 because DP was a wave, like a noob. The second person to win, a professor to win an election in Buganda, because he reduced himself. Yasoka kweja kwa professor. Nafuka kazanyirizi. Neba mukishi nga nabafanana.
In
1961, during the Buganda election to the Ruchiko, Professor Senteza Kajubi, a celebrated professor, was defeated by a man called Nseri Betia. Nseri Betia was a tonto sera nga nemvunza zamulumu.
Yaratunda toto ku kyalo.
Mayanja Nkanyi bagamba mu 66. Mayanja Nkanyi told these people, don't attack Obote. Muleme goba government ya wakati ku ttaka lya Uganda. Ne bagamba kabaka yakola ekibi. Akasajja ne byekwogera
tibitegere.
Mama yanje Nkanyi yali asomye degree 3 mu emu nga ziwe genius bokka. Abuma yanje reduce himself tukatemba to be in Mengo. Ne bwe bagendera nkasate yagenderako. Abuma yanje was Minister of Education, ate nabira chairman wa kakiiko organizing obululu bwa Buganda. Yabba obululu okamala. Yasoka nalite etteeka. Whoever complains about elections must deposit 45 shillings nga tannawaaba. Ngani azirina. Anti pound yali mu siringi 2. You had to deposit 2 pound bill. Obubbi na babuma yanja. DP yagitanga demonkana party dini ya papa. Ati najingira mu kinana.
yali akuba
kati amayanja naye yafuuka kazanyirizi okukakkana mu bana abakoleki
abafitingemu
Nambooze yareizinga sente bazidde sensi bambi eyalwanirira ate obwakabaka nga Nambooze wa local defense mwe Nambooze yali kwa local defense nga traininga mugondi nga traininga bakadasi yes naye bansi bambi nebamudisa sente ze eprofesa era nsi bambi yagamba lumwa nnyo kyenafa nnumwa eki Professor Semakula Kiwanuka the professor of history Museveni amuyita atula n'abaana aba Buganda 72 hours bajjayo federal bajjayo gundi regional tier bayogera ku CBS muzzukulu wandugwa yateesa nnyo n'ateesa nnyo ng'atulemesa ebyaffe but Semakula became a professor of history at the age of 27 Semakula twasomanga history nga bwe bayagala okubalansinga ffe abagezi osoma Semakula n'osoma ne Kalugiri to balance yes naye Semakula alina gyawangula
ate waliwo
kandi Semakula wini ni Buganda
talina wasobola kuwangula
yes the societies katuzimanyi tulina betuyita ba coffin image politicians bakakoza mutala bakubi b'embogo okuva kakoza mutale Museveni lwe yamugoba the results za NRM ziri ku decline oba
zika busi
abo tubayita ba coffin kasiri eggwanga nzija mmwe nzija
abalume chupa
abo tubayita ba coffin image politicians elite politicians grassroots politicians kati atenze ngatta byombi take me to the university yonambi gatta amu grassroots ngukuba nodduka ku university ngukuba nodduka because I'm knowledgeable
nebine ebyokunywezaamu
okube ngumisiva mu bbala there are times when I put on a mad mu bbala notakula bbala imfunga bufunzi ngundi kyova abantu bya group eno nenjimala wansonga there are times I can put on a madman's face ndio no mwala mvumi mukuba bakyala bange ne bagamba why do you engage kati yetonze yes waliwo ntekako gentleman's face noninyako n'ogenda waliwo neetaaga face ya madness tolese madness kankubene madness kyovula banomba kubi
nimze tamani njagala kukwebaza nibanega njala begatteko ku bantu tusiima muze tamali kulo mwengu akoze okuba organic case nze wayogera ku nsonga nogera ku malwalira gamagerega gakudde jjembe mu kubantu bafa edwaliro muli wayogera ko lyali kiruddu era buli omu yali amutandike bwogende kiruddu yutwali ekiruddu nga wogenda mu ddwaliro maasogera yenyini nga waliwo business ya coffins nga zikwaniriza ne naiseke kiruddu recently muze tamali nga ku coffin business singaza ggalawo nezikyaliwo tegeza muti bakyafanga bafa
kati laba ono omujinga ono musiru you see amawulire gano gafudde nnyo am happy and I'm going to start airing meetings zenfunye mu monitor monitor is a command center of evil ngenda bakuba obutambi look what this man editorial expedite global efforts to fight organ trafficking. What is he saying that the government must bring a law. They are talking about a law, but because the people who are trapped in this organic case are using this man. When did you start talking about the organic case? They were given 10 billion. The media in Uganda, including the so-called independent media, 10 billion.
Basirike, organic case verenge tambula.
Kakati baagala okuleeta etteeka. They are lawyers. Nga kakaabi. They are in a meeting. These people in a meeting. They are in a meeting.
Bali mu meeting bakulaba.
Satellite imaze okundaga. They are in a meeting. Yes.
They are in a meeting.
Okay. Kaweereza okuveeka ne kagamba. Mwine bagamba. Baga ebyuma Museveni yabina yabiteeka mu barracks. Ebyuma biri mu chaachi yange.
Biri mu chapo.
Naye yasooka okugendayo gwe baatumayo empologoma yamukwatiramu. Owokubiri ne musanga nga timba amuzinzezi. Waggule na kati.
Free entry.
Chaachi yange ezigule. Ebyuma Museveni si yabina. Teriyo. Bino ebyuma singa Museveni ebikwata n'abiwa omuntu baali muguze. Nze bajja from Burundi Kenya nga befudde nga bagala
kubitwala
bambalagirire abo bennyini bemulaba ne bagamba tukuwe ssente Museveni omuwenga bifu baba atula ne bagamba nti if we remove these machines Museveni will handle bali babyagala gundi ababeera nabyo kakka oba gundi oba kandiho nabiremera kakati professor is a good professor but I don't know him and he has not written the person who was helped this country that professor kubanga bamu respectinga nnyo yesterday the other 2 days ago I was watching him cooling down a man don't talk much the more you talk more psychologist ngakawa a very Allah bwakuba gyobadde mubire ng'ojoga abantu obaniako bwakukakanya kutaka
wanuka bubi nnyo
bera ddala nakugjawo but I was watching the professor professor yabagamba baleeta proposal let us buy the people who are operating on these machines Uncle Sam n'abagamba kakitegeera nti mwaguze abantu will become brutal nebagamba nti tubitumye gundi abijjeyo ono akulo nebagamba nti whose machine are these za Museveni temuyinza zijjayo nebanteekako abantu babajja na military intelligence 13 ne balemwa bagenda ebuziga have a family there ne bagenda ewaffe erakai I have a family there ne bagenda ekyengera oli yali yefudde mulokole waliwo olukuŋŋaana lw'abalokole banemukubirawo embooku mukaaga ewange wabeera olukuŋŋaana lw'abalokole kyenkuge nti madiness face ekola yeetaagisa namukuba embooku n'adduka omusajja n'addira ng'ennaanaasize aziteeka ewange ewaka nemugawaye ndi muguzi wa
ng'atunda nanasi
ayinamu ebyuma tudicekiri mukuba embooku 8 teyadda kakati nga bimaze obbalema ne bagula omuntu omu ku bantu bange yerezed yakwata essimu yange byonna n'abijjamu but I'm not keeping this in one place even everything I capture embassies zibitwala kuba namanya mujja kunzita kati biriiwo mbiyina era byemwamuguzeeko ani nabawulira nga boogera we can get a man like Kankaka we have talked to him bamusiba mu kkomera ne bamusiba mu kkomera bamuwa sente to erase my gundi ye nga ayogera naye nga ajja abujjako mia gisekiti naye simuyinaako ekizibu wabanga naye ye survive ye musajja bamuyoola ne bamusiba mu kkomera yabadde akwata buli muntu yakwata abaleya akulo yakwata abaleya ako kagamba the story is sanitized president olwaki katokoti akulo n'abakuba akulozira olwo nagamba akulo kwata ku muntu wange munaku 3 bwe sikuyingiza kabuli nzija nenkuwa sente
naye akulo wabanga mubi ate bamwongedde yakulya Interpol
Museveni musajja mukulu bava ewaabwe bakaaba a man who has never gone back to State House to ask for the appointment of the president. A man who has not sought any other job is me.
Yegwe.
Nategeera. My safety is at home. Tata wange yangambe ekintu kimu. Mukama wa malanga kugoba. The day I will get Museveni's dismissal, tajja kuddamu kundabako. But I cannot go. But I cannot go where he sent me. Kasanda dismissal letter, I will slaughter my bull.
Osirike?
Yes, that's what my father told me. Olekanga mukama wo nagoba ku
nakugoba bugobi
tewegobanga tokolanga fule ekirivu siginde emyaka 8 it don't go there they cannot go there no it will be expedited that appointment.
Okay, to do organic case
kakati organic case baja handlinga bubi balowoleza mu ssente era bazibabyeko nyingi billions baloya abasooka babalyako millions of dollars
asatu.
But they went on a fundraising exercise. Mwenda went to Oman, they have their suppliers there, Nigeria sent. The man, the proprietor of Nanjing, yabawa millions of dollars $5. Chairman bagania ne mwenda. Ba Chinese abo ba controlling.
Okay.
Kana ba locally. Ate de bazibanga nako. Tezatu okayo. Kati the jury was changed. They have given them a lot of money. They have acquired lobbyists internationally. Abakola omulimo ogwo. Kuba Uganda is center. Because why is Uganda center? Why do you explain that abawaliza mu Serena benina ku video is a serving minister in Museveni's government, a former minister in Museveni's government, 63 surgeons, and a very prominent person. They are in the corridors of power.
Okay.
Kakati bali abasajja bagezi jule bajijjawo.
Okay.
Kakati ne bafuna international groups bali decent empitirivu. Babagamba one bwe bawa monitor na bano billion 10 mwenda was unsatisfied nagenda mu red paper ne bagikuba ne bamwongereza naye nze tebampadde arrogance nga waliko omanyi ajoga ennyo ye yalina ekizibu kimu about me yali amanyi nti amwe good communicator nga alina president ambitions kati banne buli babadde bamugamba settle with that man yengo na addition nina okubeera mwanda we yazenga olugosi he knows ti amwe communicator mukubane mu era nkimusuuziza kuba he handled me badly when you humiliate an arrogant man like me I harden kubanga you are starting oyo utandise ku mutwe gwange you end Indiana's you turn me into a woman nkubane nkumalira wodda olutalo lubeerewa if a woman agrees to leave the matrimonial bed nagenda mu fumbiro is a visitor from nagenda mu sitting room from the sitting room to the boys quarters is a girl, a house girl to the kitchen manda basigadde mupama. That's why me I can do the last job I did in government yeyo president spokesperson for 14 years don't worry sigenda yo ndakakane ninde ndala ekyokubiri mbamanyi bajozi ani ali mu government ya Museveni atakaaba
buli omwaka
when we Moses Mulekeyo and you find a drunkard in a taxi ngogenda kujuma prayers December omutamivu ajja kunyisa omwenge ba otukene muswala bakugenti sheko isewa kasona bajozi mu government balekere kibawunyire nene nakye natuma sempi ja virus abasajja bakubye ne bagandi kubalegala okulya sente zenzige balwemira mabokka as usual bakubye nti watta ente z'amawako nga tiwatta ente z'amawako onchuma yoti wange nkomewo ntule mu mizinga kati sempi jete ente z'amawako nga bamutulizane mu parliament censorship motion yono that's why the fair take off but mutuluye tuleba sempi jete
tulaboli
why don't you go home
wumula kite
nti mama nga Amelia kyambadde had a respect for her mama nga afunye ebifo byonna nti ngenda ekyankwanze nsoma ekiwandiko ono byafu nga n'omulema ono gundi yani oyo omuvuka omulema yani advisor
aliwo omulema
huyo soma Buchaman nti nsoma ekiwandiko ono byafu of Buchaman what do I want from advisor
oba wesiza nnyo level
get a foundation Kasolo na muyambo bato omuntu ne bamusuula mulaleye enakatogo nenga nzibyuma byange mba monitoring ne badagira na kalema falsifying document ze bamukwate bamusibe ne bamuteeka ko omuwala under age tayina olubuto bamusibe nga balese matama buku ayitewo matama buku ali connected nabo bagala kubatta kali sango be Kasolo nze na muyambo buli muntu yenna kabukedde kakubye Kasolo yassa omuntu Kasolo ayina nga bibam kakati obamutira ki Kasolo nompo bwa minister nenkomawo nentula nabo sikwata entebe
obato kyadda
sikubbe entebe nenjikone okutirawo abo bajja genda mu ggulunga balamu tebanyiiga but they are dangerous banyiiga mujja kulaba ko bomu gye bateze mu cabinet mujja kulaba ko bomu gye bateze mu State House
abantu bayina
man like me who breeds nabagamba ati fwe mu Baganda kasita egaali ekkuba nota bleedinga baga nti emukubye mafumira dangerous dangerous talkative man like me nkubuli sijja kikola nkuba nyondo nenkutta kale tegeera bwateesa ne baga nti tukaliwo omukolo gw'ekyankwanzi nga ne Babalanda tamanyi Babalanda yali amanyi kye byava
mire nga tamanyi
omukolo gw'ekya bad advisors was intended for me anyigireyo nannyini nsi nali nja kgenda naye baba mulageko ejjoogo eryo galubindi baali zijje kwano ku Muyonga onyigiriza emyaka 8 family yange yonna my family is correct
abaana basomye bubi
bonna mbunja kgenda olunaku olumu ankozese ng'okozesani me politics kankubuuliza mu politics you must have a choice.
Yes.
Hitler yagamba tinjagala kulumba ggwanga nti ate Belgium eri neutral yagamba nti musooke Belgium eri neutral kati nze ku contenders sofa bennakalaba mpagira Muhoozi misanattuku Lwabogo sinza muwagira era nawandiisa akatabo kange why I will vote Muhoozi openly sijja kuwagirako ku presidential BDO kati ofuga you will conscript me by force into your camp tukubagana paka mambi ya miaka 8 tukubaganya emyaka 8
Mzee Tamale are you pro people over
andi nkugamba
bana Uganda ekibagala
one of the reasons why you should support something must be a selfish reason when you
are selfish
bobango limu situation yekyusa kati you never decided whether you would be a Muslim nanga I never decided my mother a Muslim married a Catholic yes nze naliyonga kimuli alajabu awa mirundi Yohana mukazi mwalawe
tewali ainange mwenyini
kakati
nava mukyala nga simusira
tobinfugiramu ngongo muganda where did I apply yes but when it comes to at this age of knowledge I choose so far bali bameka basatu Bobi Wine Lwabogo ne Muhoozi mpagira Muhoozi
Lwabogo taliko yagamba taliko
and I can predict it the way you know Lwabogo Lwabogo I like Lwabogo for one thing is a risky take
2026
politics is risky take
2026 agenda kujemba kula
sezala wene bwana akola ati Lwabogo lwapi on the ballot I can put there my money I bet on this amuyita namukanga neyefula agizati but he has a reason why he is the richest person in Uganda. How has he accumulated that wealth and how, he cannot entrust his wealth to another person? Mukubira mungalo. He is a risky taker. He knows what he wants.
Okusinzira ku mbeera bana byona gye bayiseemu akaseera kanene emyaka gina 3 gye tugenda mwana ejja NRA engetukulembera obuzibu tuyise era si tuddemu nga ate tukwase Muhoozi
andika nkubuulire let me tell you
yeki kyakozeewo
let me give you an example tulina kye tuyita precedent ti omusango omukadde gwe gulamula
omupya yes
politics is a name and money. Politics, democratic politics is a name and money. How can you explain that Kennedy, after his assassination, Kennedy's brother held a constituency for 45 years in America? How do you explain the fact that Bush Senior, just after 2 terms, his son came? How come, how do you explain that Clinton, the president, who was removed from, almost removed from power, he was haunted by the sex accusations on Lewinsky. How come that his wife was a presidential candidate? These are highly developed countries.
Yeah, and democratic.
How do you, when you go to India, this Gandhi did not value his contribution, but his friend Nehru named his children Gandhi. Many people don't know that the Gandhis are Nehru's children. They are not Gandhi's children, not at all. Why do you say that after Nehru, his daughter, Rajiv Gandhi, and the Congress party, when Rajiv was assassinated, his wife, an Italian-born woman, they found themselves in Oxford, became the leader of the Congress party. Name. The name matters. Only one. You go to South Korea. The man who liberated South Korea, General Park. The woman who visited here as president of South Korea, that's a tiny woman, is Park, the daughter of this one. Uhuru Kenyatta. Just and the president.
Only the name.
President. You see, that's why the president Kyatalaba. Museveni is overlooking one important point. One, in order for your son to jump over your shoulders, you must leave a good legacy. Otherwise, people will be reluctant to vote your son if they fear to extend your administration. Nti Saliva e Brazil term limit ya mukwata nabagamba wadon vice wange mukazi in Africa baliga nti mukazi we yabaga term enkwatidde mbadon vice president. What if was they reward you as a continuation?
Okay.
Yes, kubanga katika nkubuulire politics like a wedding. Oyinza okuba ne muganda wonga mufaanagana nnyo oba muli balongo, but if you cannot dress yourself, ne wajjayo omusajja agamba nti nze wembeera best man ayagala nokuba na metron kubanga emikolo gy'embaga temugimanyi. Emikolo gy'embaga singa omugole bwalemwa singa yaluyingiramu. Yes, metron bwe batakikolako na best man embaga efa. Nkubuulidde ati oyinza okujja wange nongambu abeere kikukuba embooko timukazi wange abeere metron ng'akumba noono. You don't know these things. Kakati nkubuulira negamba era nagamba omusajja nemugamba nti you man balisinga ebintu by'omugole n'ateekamu nti ennika z'omugole nemugamba nziguze nekikuba mugole nekika you are stupid. If a man reads his knickers mu budget aziguze atege aba abanja ki y'omukazi bw'asoma yamugulira nika asasula atya. Some items are not mentionable.
Yes.
They are not mentionable. Amasuuti simanyi okuwambaza omugole. Who should dress you?
Nanyini mugole yino okweyo.
Faza gwe tugulira ebyambalo.
Bakiri nego omugole ata.
Oba imam. Nego omugole n'ogamba mbu
bagulira amasuuti.
Bagulira amasuuti. Ani ekikutumye? Stupidity.
Kiki what weesobola.
Olina nyiro mukakati singa omukazi ayimirira. Naga nti sebo omugole omusajja muwambazizi.
Omugole omukazi n'ava n'agamba nti.
So therefore, kugamba nti muyina okumanya politics is very expensive. Oba mumuyingizizaamu ssente. Kakati lwaki Bush ajja tubuuza ekikugamba nti Mr. Miron you good communicator party ekubise n'omu naye gwe contribution yo ku budget ye election campaign
eriki
we need these billions. The man stands up. Me, I can foot the campaign bill. Bagulu chineta chechibaleta Kenya irano Raila Odinga manya
Luto
ne yamaze gaggawala hasala alimba bulimbi amaze kufuna sente to counter these ones. Era politics yomu wa money. Yes, politics wa money.
Nimuzita mali essaawa zino Uganda twetaaga grassroots politician agenda okuba nti aluuza ebivuyo bannansi obona kutaba omuntu abadde ayogera ku nsonga ezo ye Bobi Wine yakulifaayo yavugenga ayogera ku nsonga za Uganda ensonga gye n'omuhoozi
kankubulira ekiri simple iyi musajja badde majja asabi ate mu ekibakoze muhoozi wabakubidde wali wamu mu propaganda tukiyita contempt card babuuza Ofono yakubamba bazinamuteeka Ofono is actually lwakuba bali bamutaddeko denti ate nga yali yabusiru but one of the people kuba yasomesa nga mu political school ekyankwanza was an instructor. I don't know why some political science or what. Neofono is an intelligent man. Ofono yasoko okuba babesi jabo timalwa gulufu. Kakati ofono nakubamba basi. Niwachi mbuze chibuze dio. But Ofono has said this. Baba zinatuna bwa. But who is Ofono? Tuchita contempt card.
Okay.
You ignore. Once a jigger, if you bend to scratch a jigger in your toy, you have recognized a jigger.
No.
Kakati mwe, yamu was yesterday.
No.
The more you talk about him, kati you have made him a contender. Kata nabana kuogera.
Most cannot keep quiet. Olaba yavude onateka kuwega na si atochalinzeka kwenza si ya.
Era tabirimu.
But why should he come out to kuwegana? Watch out kudenga byega.
No. Enda bakubira monitor nje malewo. Monitor this paper. Look what them.
They monitor.
You started to walk with the talk. They are quoting opposition leader Matias Mpuga. Mpuga, you find this situation. Mpuga was caught with somebody's woman in a lodge. Mama sasa musajja na mukubesa simu mutwe. Naga. Bana Museveni agenda tumala. Museveni onuna yayo gera mba. Does he have the morals to talk? He's only your politics.
Kana oli kumalisi.
Anti kubuli ate malisi.
Mpuga bamukwata.
This man, can we trust an opposition leader who was caught up with somebody's wife in a lodge? What if he accompanies, he goes to Europe he goes outside with a group of women? Are they safe?
Let's go back to issue. Let's go back to
the monitor editors. I'm going to fight in monitor. And when I fight, I declare on you. Stop talking about Muhoozi. Muhoozi will defeat you. We know the financiers, and I told the monitor people. The people who are financing you, 10 of them are behind the bars. Your source, a group they were sent to monitor. Barrier centers are organized. Monitor, you ate money for organized. You cannot mention anything. Lie like an envelope. Lie like an envelope. Ayagala okufata kunamira katonda. Bokunamira guru atofa bubinyu kato Allah akutta bubinyu. If your paper has failed, give it a honorable burial. Mpuga, walk the talk. Mpuga, because Mpuga is yours. Mpuga is a model. I want the monitor to answer. Why is it that NRM did not sponsor candidates against Mpuga and Mbidde? They stood in the same constituency. Ono omwana owa Hajati Bravard yetekamu yekasente. Monitor people, you are serious. If you have a person who is called an editor, you go and find out why did Mpuga and Mbidde stand in the same constituency. And the NRM, do you think that the NRM that had elevated the Masakato state status could not sponsor? Monitor, Akidi. Two, I read the monitor's story yesterday and I laughed. They were saying that this woman, the Italian woman who was given the contract to construct the
hospital, yes,
has been given another assignment to process coffee. Yes. Why? Monitor should tell us, is it the woman who failed to construct, or your allies in the government who give you money? Your allies in the government who gives you money are the ones who change the land titles. How can the government buy land from fraudulent people when you have due diligence? Yes, it's not the woman.
Yes.
The woman, in fact, the woman in parliament guaranteed this woman is smart. She's an international business woman. She told the government, guarantee my loan because I'm going to get money from the bank. It's not like you people who borrow, who mwabatereka sente mu bubokisi Christmas netukane mu bwasa mwaba monitor.
Mzee tabali maneno na bade bawede mwama.
Ndaba biye omukazi. A woman, no monitor. You see, if me nze nagamba abana bange. I have 4 homes. Buli nyumba yange mulimu enjegerezi. When I start talking rubbish, they should tie me. Monitor oswaza ba ocheya balutandika oswaza paiki eyabakubira omulundi ogwasooka. This is not the monitor the Wafulas had in the mind that you cannot even investigate. Yes, the woman. What if the woman has been given this business to compensate her? Because you are paying money. Omukazi mu Italy, president yakyala mu maka ge. I even accompanied the president. The woman resembles Gaddafi. I thought it was Gaddafi's daughter. The first time I saw this woman. The woman told the president that the problem of your hospitals, the exit route is used by both. The exit is used by both those who are coming to get treatment from hospitals, the patients, n'abafuluma bekwatirawo endwadde n'abagamba nti Modern Hospital bayita ku munjawulo muki yes. Kakati omukyala n'amugamba nti mu kifo ky'okutwala abantu e India you can have a hospital ewammwe wennyini. But that hospital was frustrated by Monitor allies, and I want to inform Monitor that the president recruited 30 younger people, medical doctors, to go to India to study, and each of them was getting $50,000 by semester. Bazibba sente bazibira mu State House n'abaana omukaaga abaagenda babalemesa okulaba president. Because the president would ask the number. You look like an idiot. What? Don't you have a family? Don't you have a tribe? Nepotism, I can allow nepotism in that cases. If you get these scholarships and you put only your tribe's men, abana badokita webali abavaayo kwasatu naye nga buli mwana yali aweebwa semester $1 bamufulating Museveni. When Museveni talked up of bringing the Chibani doctors, the doctors went on the strike.
Yes.
Because they could not extract the people's organs in the presence of the Chibanis. Abaka ba parliament bagenda ne babaleta emisinde. Niko kongone gatulani agogali gazanya katemba. Parliament which can summon everybody. Did you put summon the contractor, the Chinese contractor? Nagana okujja. Nze bwe navaayo nenda banga president alicies ku mukyalo. I bought a plot in Gundi nga manyi ngenda nange kukolerawo business. Omanyi bw'oba omugezi ali knowledge here
kituufu obala
ne eddwaliro balirimezaawo kati monitor mu busiru bwabwe. This idiot seen monitor. This is not the media we fought to fall with the pioneers. It's not the type of media we fought to fall. I will attack you because you are killing the media. It is better for you to close rather than going with us as professionals. Lubawa Hospital is here.
Yes.
I normally see vehicles. Monitor. Yes. Why don't you ask that of who caused this trouble?
This trouble.
Is it the woman?
Project over.
In fact, you are going to get the same experience. Tanzania does not have private land. They will construct this pipeline up to you. But the way they are doing, everywhere the pipeline is going to go, Bagulawo. Ebijambia is attributed to pipeline. Babantu babatta abakadde baddukeyo bafune ebyabwe bo babasasule sente.
Are you serious?
Ebijambia is linked learn it from today. Nabagamba let me tell you, I'm not a fool. The first group of Ebijambia people were arrested, arraigned before Masaka court.
Yes.
They escaped from court. Tomusange Kayinja n'agamba abakedde mu court okulaba ab'Ebijambia balabe katemba atali musasulire anti abasajja olumaze obasomera omusango ne bafuumuka mu kooti ne badduka. Abaserikale ba poliisi nga bawagirwa ab'amakomera bakubye amasasi mu bbanga naye nga bali beeyongera kweyongerako bataddeko akakokola tondekanyuma era bayingidde ekibira kya Kalitunsi ekiriko where is the Eucalyptus forest in Masaka. Miaye knew that they were going to escape. Why? There were two important occasions.
Okay.
There was the Omulabirizi of Vukako was organizing a function, and Makubuya was going to preside over it.
Okay.
The Kabaka had also visited Masaka, which means security was seen on the ground. This is when they took these suspects, the Bijambia suspects. How did the suspects know they were not firing in air? And what happened to those who enabled these people to escape? There was no forest. A car was waiting for them. One was arrested on his way to Bushenyi, another one fled to Kenya. Miss of Fairos.
Yani organic case pipeline case
Yes, it is a pipeline.
Pipeline compensation. Pipeline ingeyitawo.
Sente zina kuba zaabwe bokka. Kuba bafuna omusajja yajja n'alaba president. A businessman from Nairobi. N'amugamba nti me, I'm going to help your country. There were 300 motoka za Uganda nyingi were donated by the Kenya to Southern Sudan. Why? We had failed to clear them at Mombasa port.
Okay.
So the man came and told the president, my first time to see Museveni quarreling, disagreeing openly with the late Murwana olunaku. Sajja n'amugamba nti ngenda kukolera inland port ya Malaba. Ebintu byammwe mbibagire mu Mombasa. Mbisembeze wano. Oba bibalemedde wano nebikole ki?
Bibeera awo.
The president brought the idea. Then Murwana complained. Manyi balina trailers. Kakati trailer bw'oteeka ne train tebayinza giteekawo. Omusajja eyatta train bamuyita Kalamaji. Kalamaji yatta train. Kalamaji yali manager. Nakola ekyomutawaana. Bamukwata ne bamukyajinga corruption. Kalamaji n'abuuka mu bbaasi y'eruzira. N'agenda ewe nayo ekyebiwandiiko byonna ne reporting eruzira. Kalamaji ye musajja yabuuka mu bbaasi y'eruzira. Tekibangawo Kalamaji. Yes. Kakati omusajja
Murwana agaana okuba nti bayita trailers zijja police kyakola.
Yes. Kakati omusajja n'addayo Nairobi. He rang me because he saw me in the meeting. He rang me. He took my phone. Nsimanyira abantu. Nengenda Kenya. Nangambe wammwe sigenda kudda. Omuntu yansabye $1 million bwengeza nente yange besase mutwe. Badduka ebisinde genda obuuze Seyiko. Asiki Seyiko sola agimanyi bulungi. Musajja mukulu yayina ekyapa. Bamulumba kiro. Bamuba embigo. Bamuteeka ku ekyapa ne bakimuggyako. Bagenda kuzimba.
Ekyemalaba.
Omusajja nga nti ewammwe sikyadda. Ewammwe sikyadda. Pulezidenti wammwe ayogera bulungi. Naye ayina emisege. The man ran away. Kakati we're talking about Katumba Amala is talking about eyebu sabala bagule mu Buganda Land Board eno yo bajiga
waliwo ne gundi yaliwo proposal okupera nti bakola port era ebukasaawo ewaffe mu gumbi weyogerera bukasaawo Kirinnya basengulewo abantu
gwe nkugamba anti Buganda Land Board kati eyo standard age rero when you read my book the new book HPR how mafias undermine Museveni's government focused on Umeme mbibateddemu byonna tubuli policy ya Museveni yonna baje kubye eggwanga lyali badde wala nnyo. This is why mpagira standby generator tibana abamanya nti bamu ajamba
taina kyakoza asirisa
buno buli mu meeting obundaba buno wenda kanu mwekali kakano nkalaba kanu mwekali kanu mwekali nako mwekali nkalaba bwana nako mwekali nanko Samu mwali ne professor wuno mulaba bali 10 omu babiri basuzu tia 10
abali mu meeting netu ngatoda
kagani mugamba
netu tena cha kusanda tena cha kusanda tena cha
nti standard age rero bagipima lero eno basoka ne bagirya
yo ne gwa
ne bazimbamu kati standard age rero je bagamba Museveni when you read my book Museveni was the first African leader to identify the economic bottlenecks ewete biriyo olaba agambye mubagenda nakuwabira flyover amonga ekyali kimutwaza kyali amonga ekyali kimutwaza kyali Segona adduka emisinde agenda akulira evira ne Mandela akomewo 20 billion ezeyuvira park omukazi n'abagamba amonge don't pay, we have gone through a lot of experience, government pays double, we have double payments. These people don't pay until we identify the real owners of that land. Segona ngaduse nembabuze Segona yali asambye dio mufiira Mandela n'akomawo yali awummudde n'akomawo lwa sente ezo
era kati Mandela ya president
sente 20 billion ate okozesa mmeka calculations kozesa ye bibiri ogulega nanganganga gagende galyo gasirwa gagwagwa okwata sente ezo ekyalo ky'abalwadde y'ennimiro y'omusawo ye banka y'omusawo so I analyze nti Umeme Nankabira is talking about compensation. Why compensation? Why compensation? What happened to Leah where the president invested $400 million? Ziriwa bakyabaziri who
nyana matabasete bena masanyalaze bagamba tukinafuna
if Umeme isingale yate bajibba Umeme because in economics the price of a commodity remains high as long as there are no competitive substitutes.
Sure.
If we had Leah Umeme yali badde ye yenyini yetwegayira kubanga Leah was not appended, was not a branch of Umeme. Ezo bazibani badduka ba mu nnyumba ye omulabe wo Bible Museveni emutuukiddeko ddala omulabe wana abanga bwa mu nnyumba yo naye bakisuule mwe mukisuule bo balowooza mbu bakisuula Museveni yagwa abantu babeepikira abantu mulimu abantu ababeera mu kkanisa nga babuulira naye nga tebamanyi timulimu abaganda naye singa ettaala ezikira tumuyoolayoola wano tumuyolerawo mumanye ekiri mu Kampala kankubuulire abaana bayinza okuga nti Sheeke mirundi afe naye nga ab'okukyalo bagamba ne Sheeke kakemu kabuli tubalageko abaana bajoze ekyalo abaana bajoze nabalabye ejjo somebody said had the audience of saying in all of these years we have been in the power we don't have a modern hospital. The man was lamenting Uganda has reduced itself to a cemetery. We take away important people to be brought back to the cemetery.
Yes.
He's a former minister. Has Museveni eaten this money? Mbabazi yagamba. But I had no political power. He, a super minister, who will accept this. But Uganda, no. Bagenda bila wano babatirewo. Bagenda ba nze mbabuulira. If you have a chance of one of you who can be marketable mu marketing instead of fighting nabalabye nga bagamba. By the way, naye mugozi nakamuwadde. Nze simulabangako naye namuwadde akaddomo. When he went to Kigali and they met Kagame 1-to-1, who was there? Did the father participate on the Zoom? No, that's important. The family must have been involved with the family. Did he go to did Muhoozi go to Kigali to ask for milk, the price of milk on national issues? Why do you want? How, in what capacity would you, younger man, be going? Was it a representation of two families? Arrogance, stinking arrogance. Muchiwe, baba bile wani emigo mujirabu. Nagenze nentunulira. Ntingenda nemba tunulira nemba laba. Nalabye group eri wasale. Nti ya Nuupu.
Abana.
What happened to poor youth? Bumwaba wasente. All of these people have been crossing Nemba wasente. It depends. Is it an ideological issue that has forced this man to fight you? I look at Museveni. Couldn't Museveni have been given a job by your body? Could it have been appeased? Do these young men want to appear in military uniform? Are they ideological or they have been driven to Bobby Wine because of poverty?
Because of poverty.
Have you solved the poverty issue? When they leave that training, are you going to give them jobs to do? Have you skilled them?
reminded me of two things. Nalaba Sali Musale nga bamuwadde obwa minister bwa finance. N'atuyita president ekyankwanzi. N'alunchi nga bagenda okukola nabo. Branding new border board, piki, computers, abeki. Where are they? What happened to these practice of taking people, students, before university to Chankwanzi? What is taught at Chankwanzi is ideological. When they come to the university, it is not ideological.
Yes.
It's not ideological.
Yes.
Even people with the same ideology can disagree.
Yes.
Kwampulo Yata Sankara was one a communist or a capitalist.
Look
what the Kalamajongo.